Alright guys, Steve here, and I wanted to bring another video today of something else I've been thinking about. And I know, I just love to do the videos outside, and yes, it is in the middle of pretty much a blizzard and a snowstorm, but I had to at least try. If this goes sideways, I'll move it inside. But here, I'm gonna try it here anyway. Just a real quick thought. The other night, the college group Bible study, we talked about the story of Stephen. Stephen, who was the first martyr, probably had the greatest name in the Bible, or second greatest, or third or something. There's God, Yahweh, Jesus, all that. But Stephen, who was the first martyr, and we kind of walked through his story as he was facing the trial of what he was going through. And you know, Stephen was going after the religious leaders. He was reminding them of the whole history of Israel and the ways that Israel had failed and God had continued to be faithful, and the ways that they had actually failed. And they got really mad, and that's when the stoning started. But there's an awesome piece of it towards the end, and when it says now, I'm reading from Acts 7. Great place to go today if you have some time spending the Word while we're stuck in this blizzard / coronavirus time. Acts 7 verses 54 and following. Now when they heard these things, they were enraged, and they ground their teeth at him. But he, full of the Holy Spirit, gazed into heaven and saw the glory of God and Jesus at the right hand of God. And he said, "Behold, I see the heavens open up and the Son of Man standing at the right hand of God." That drove them even crazier, and the stoning started. But it's not meant to drive us crazy. It's meant to give us a lot of hope, even now, as we face the coronavirus, as we face our fears. And I found something, ended up in my inbox the other day, written by one of my favorite authors. It was actually sent to me by my wife, by Kendra, and it was actually even written by her. So, and it was awesome. And I want to share it with you guys as she was thinking about this very passage. This wasn't even something I went over in Bible study the other night. She said, "When his murderers came, he didn't look at the hate on their faces. He didn't look at the rocks in their hands. He looked up to heaven and saw the glory of God and Jesus standing at the right hand of God. Forgive my candid description, but as the rock struck his body and his head, and as the blood and swelling blinded him, his eyes were focused entirely on God, on Jesus, on heaven. What a difference it would make if I could look at my God instead of my monsters. Then I would remember, when the pain comes, that Jesus felt the pain of the nails on his hands and feet. And then he felt the pain of the world's sin on his shoulders. And then he felt the unbearable pain of his own perfect Father's rejection. And he endured that pain so that we would never have to." Awesome words. Our monsters. Maybe it's the coronavirus right now, as we're scared, as we're alone, whatever trials we're facing. Man, what would it look like to be like Stephen, reminded as he's filled with the Spirit of who God is, and he's on his throne, and we look to him in joy instead of being focused on the monsters that we're facing, whatever trial it may be. So just a little word of encouragement today. Our God is great. He's on the throne, and he's there to be trusted, even in the face of the things that scare us. Even in the face of, it might be the coronavirus or our health or our money. He's in charge. He's got it. He loves us. And just a little, gosh, blizzard! Oh man, this is great. Hope you enjoyed. We'll be coming again with another one soon.